What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Nintendo Land, and Sora is officially out in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So today, I'm going to give you kind of the first day impressions and how to play this character right off the bat. Of course, we don't know all the in and outs and the extreme details of this character yet until we start seeing this character in competitive play and in tournaments, but I'm going to give you a brief analysis of what this character can do and what I've found out about this character. So first off, Sora is very floaty. He's very floaty, and he is spends a lot of his time in the air, so that is going to be your main point of him. He's not going to be a ground fighter, he's not super fast, and he's not super quick on his feet, but he's floaty and good at covering his air game. So we're going to start off with the basic attacks, and his jab attack is a 3-hit attack. This attack is the same thing in the air or on the ground. It's going to hit the exact same way every time. Whether you're in the air, whether this is a neutral air, a forward air, I think even a back air does the exact same thing. Let me see here. No, back air is just a back air. So we'll get into that when we get into that. But, yeah, it's the same thing as his jab. And he can actually do this going backwards, backing up. So you can kind of defend yourself as you're using your jab. But, yeah, you can do that off the ground with your jab again. So that's going to lead into many things, of course. That's going to be how you start lots of your combos. Now we're going to move into his dash attack and his tilts. His dash attack is pretty simple. I'm not sure if it has really any much kill power, but it is a pretty good move nevertheless. It's pretty safe, it seems. It doesn't end too long. And yeah, that's good at getting your opponent back off the stage. It's not, like I said, extremely strong, but it's good at getting your opponent away. Now, the tilts, I've noticed, weren't that great for Sora. They're not going to really lead into many combos. His up tilt is great at scooping people off the ground, even if they're beside you, but they don't really lead into anything else. You can maybe get an up air at early percentages, meaning like very early percentages, like a 0%. Yeah, you can get a true combo up air out of that, but it's very difficult to get, and it's just like not extremely useful for that. But yeah, that's his up air. His side tilt, or up tilt, my fault. Side tilt is just kind of this keyblade swing. It's not good for combos. It is very strong, though, for a side tilt. It does have a lot of in lag, but it's good for getting your opponents off the stage, my fault. Like that. And it can actually kill at higher percentages and send them out far horizontally. I mean, that's pretty good for his tilt to get people off of you, and it's probably going to kill right over 100% at ledge. So, yeah. And, of course, also the Keyblade has a sweet spot at the end. So, if you get that sweet spot, you're going to get close to killing about over 100%. Like I said, it's probably not an optimal kill move compared to the other things that he has, but it is an option. We, of course, have his down tilt. And his down tilt, once again, doesn't really do a good combo into really anything. You could try to combo it into air attacks, but it's too long of an animation after it to really get too much of a follow-up. You can do down tilt, up tilt, but it is hard to pull off because of that, like I said, in lag. And once again, it doesn't seem to be a true combo right now. Maybe at a higher percentage. We can try that out for sure. But yeah, it doesn't seem to be a true combo by any means. So down tilt, I think this might be one of the weaker ones. That one seemed like it did combo. Yeah, that definitely comboed. So I'd say over around 60%, this is going to, stick together, which is pretty good. So yeah, those are his tilts. And I'm going to actually jump straight into grabs with the tilts as well, because the grabs are pretty useful. I mean, these are going to be kind of how you start his combo, because he has a very good combo about I'd say about between 30 and 60% I found out when training. So you want to grab, down throw, and go straight into the forward air or nair combo attack. And it is a true combo. And this will go from, like I said, 30% to like 65%. So you want to go for this as often as you can. Down throw, straight into his air attacks. And it's pretty it's pretty good. It does a lot of damage. Gets opponent off the stage and stuff for you to follow up off the stage with them. But yeah, just down throw into the airs. Now, his back throw is kind of like Mario's. He spins around and tosses the opponent. I've tried to use it as a kill throw at over 100% at ledge, and it still does not kill. So, it's going to take a while, but it will be a kill throw eventually, probably at like 120, 130. But, back throw is not super good. Forward throw just sends your opponent outward like that. Once again, this one's not that great as well. This is just a lot of moves to get your opponent off the stage. Not really going to set up for any combos or anything. So there's not much to know about that forward air. But like I said, forward throw. Down throw is definitely going to combo. Up throw, once again, just sends the opponent so far away, it's almost hard to get any follow-up. You're going to have to kind of use mix-ups with these throws while they're in the air. It throws them high in the air, and it could be used as a kill throw, I believe, at higher percentages, probably like 110, 115. Let's go 115 and throw them. Still not a kill throw, but you can follow up with an up air or something if you can read your opponent's moves, or back air like that, or something like that. You can, you know, mix it up, or if you want to just, you know, continue that combo with an air, you can do that, and that will kill. But yeah, just lots of his throws and lots of his tilts are just more far sending. You know, and you can tell that they're setting up for you to follow up with air attacks off the stage and stuff like that. They're not meant to kill, and they're not meant to set into combos on the stage. He's more of an aerial fighter, and it definitely shows with like how floaty he is, and you know, just how, look at that double jump. I mean, he's a very floaty, very bouncy character. So most of your gameplay is going to be off the stage and in the air. Once again, Sora in the air is really good, and your air game off stage is going to be really dependent on that. His up air is pretty good. Like I said, it's nothing, you know, crazy. It does hit it comes out pretty quick, but it doesn't like have a lot of knockback or enough to, you know, send out another one real quick. It's just too much lag in order to get two of them out. But what you can do is throw an up air followed by like a forward air or a nair, like a falling nair. But yeah, like I said, it doesn't really set up for a lot. But his nair is really good. I really like his nair because it's his nair and it's his forward air and it's his jab. And you can just pretty much throw this out all the time. You know, non-stop. And you can just keep... Look at this. It even turns you around sometimes. I mean, it's just so good. You can back up with it while you're using your forward air. You know, to space out enemies. You could just throw this Keyblade around until your enemy approaches. So if you got somebody that likes to approach in the air or something like that towards you and jump towards you, you can continue to space them out with this thing. Look at this. I'm just throwing the Keyblade around and just spacing them out. And you can just keep doing this over and over and over again. Which is a really good move, by the way. Back air seems to be pretty powerful if you sweet spot it. But once again, you know, that's, you know, let's get him to about 90% here. I can't really tell if it's a kill. Let's do 100%. So yeah, it does hit far, but like I said, I don't think it's going to be a kill move. Unless you're like off the stage with it. Let me see if I can get him off the stage. Yeah, I mean, that's going to be great off-stage stuff. You know, that's going to be your kill move. If you really want to try to get that kill. You could always go for the forward air combo. I believe that will kill that percent too. But, oh yeah, that's definitely going to kill from out there. But back air is definitely mighty strong. I mean, this thing is going to... Look at that. Off-stage, they don't have a chance to come back. Probably at around over 80%, I would say. We're going to set it to 76 here. But yeah, like I said, around 80%. Oops. That's knocking. That's pretty good for a back air, I'd say. But yeah, it's a pretty good back air. It does have some in lag, so it's not like an extremely quick one, but it is one that's gonna, you know, shoot your opponent a distance if you hit it. But those are his air attacks. You also have down air, which is just a straight drop. Now you can use this off the stage, but you have to be careful because it's very easy to kill yourself doing that, as you can see. So if you do that, I recommend only jumping once to use it. If you double jump, you're probably dead. So jump once and then fall straight down. That will be a really good move to prevent your opponent from coming back. I can tell you that right now. I mean, that move right there is just really, really good. So let me see if I can... Oh, he did a... It's hard to always see how these computers do a recovery. But, I mean, you can even come back up with the up B, hit him off the stage. Look at that. But like I said, it's definitely difficult to make sure that you return. Now, you can combine that with the side B to make sure that you come back to the stage. Like that. And that way you'll definitely make your way back. But it is definitely a very tricky move. Definitely very tricky. I recommend practicing that because it definitely feels weird when he drops down that fast. But just practice, you know, jumping once and then following up with that side B, which we'll get to in a second with his specials. But I think that's a really good move. You know, you have the nair, you have the back air. You also have this. You can use it on stage. It hits pretty hard. and it's a great edge guard. Sora's smash attacks are phenomenal. They do a heck of a lot of damage. I mean, at 48%, not even on ledge, if you sweet spot the Keyblade with a fully charged side smash, it's killing. At 48%, that is pretty crazy. And that's fully charged, of course, and with the tip, because the tip definitely does have more kill potential than the rest of the blade, as you can see right there. You didn't get the red smash line. But, I mean, I'm talking like, let's do like 77%, right? And you just come up and smash attack, just like that. I mean, that's killing. That's absurd. That is so crazy. That's a smash attack, dude. I mean, and all of his smash attacks are that strong. Up smash is definitely going to kill. I mean, look at that. 77%, not even fully charged again. It's crazy. And if you fully charge it, it's killing, you know, extremely early in the 40s as well. Down smash, another great smash attack move that's killing. And it's sending far horizontal. Even if you don't charge it, most players are not going to get back from that. You know, and you can, you know, follow up with an edge guard, and it hits both sides, and it covers a lot of distance. I mean, I'm not even that close to him. Like right here. I mean, that's pretty good. And of course, if you know, hit it up close, they're definitely going to die from that. So these smash attacks are no joke. And, you know, you can follow them up with whatever you want. You can do up tilt. Let's bring them down to 0%. You know, you can just kind of read. Sora's going to be more of a reading your opponent type of character. And less, you know, combo based. You're just going to have to, you know, see what your opponent's doing and kind of react to it. But these smash attacks are powerful. And they put up some damage, 27%. But the knockback is where you're going to get your feedback. Man, the knockback is powerful. But those are the smash attacks. And like I said, they're just going to really be, you know, attacks that you're going to have to read and, you know, play off of your opponent's moves. But they are pretty daggone crazy. I mean, 37%, not even that ledge. That's sending them halfway off the stage for you to follow up with nairs or forward airs or whatever you want to follow up with. But it's actually pretty insane. Sora's specials are okay. They're nothing super crazy. I want to start off first with the counter. So we're going to have our enemy behavior side smashing us. But the counter is very, very strong as well. I mean, he's just doing a smash attack, and I know it's fully charged. But, I mean, that's doing a lot of damage, and that's going to kill, seriously, at like 29%. Look at that, 29%. And, I mean, I probably can go even lower with that, 25%, and it's taking him to the border of the screen. So 26% is probably going to kill. 26%, he's dying from that counter, you know? So that tells you, one, how strong his smash attacks are, and two, how strong the counter is. I mean, this is going to be really useful for sure. You're definitely going to want to counter. And he can even, I know Sakurai said that he can't really counter when he's facing the other way, but he definitely does get the counter off. I don't know if it's projectiles that he can't counter, but if you hit him from the back and you counter, he's still going to counter you and still kill you, even not even sweet spotting the Keyblade. I mean, he kind of positions himself to sweet spot it himself, and he sets up in a good direction. I mean, this is just a phenomenal counter, seriously. Like, a phenomenal counter. So I would practice with that, make sure you can get that down. And I mean, that's in the middle of the stage at 26%. Imagine if you're off the stage and counter, and you can do that in the air, I believe. I don't think there's a fall state. So yeah, I mean, you can counter multiple times. Look at that. So you can really gimp your opponent if they got a recovery with a hitbox. And just keep doing that off stage. You know, you can do that. Boom, jump again, counter again, use the side B, come back, you know, keep countering. It's crazy what he can do with his air mobility. But that's his counter. We're going to have him stop throwing his sword around over here. Alright, so side B is this weird dash attack thing like Pikachu and Pichu. The weird thing about it is if you hold it down, it automatically locks onto your enemy. It follows them for 3 hits, which is always a confirmed combo. Now, what you can do is just tap it, and you can control it. So, I don't know what the big difference right now with controlling it would be. Like I said, I think it just, when it auto does it does it on its own. It follows its own little path, and you can't really control where Sora goes, unless you maybe let go of it. No, you can't even let go of it. So once you start holding it, you're locked in. And I guess you can let go on the second hit. So yeah. If you hold it down, you lock into your opponent. If you just press it, and then move your stick, you can move in any direction that you want. So you can try to carry off the screen with that, but you have to be, you know, good at controlling it. It's very hard to make sure that you land your attack on your enemy. But once you're done with it, it does put you in sort of a fall state, which doesn't allow you to follow up with anything else. So, yeah, make sure you use it wisely. Make sure you don't put yourself in a bad situation with that. But it's really good for recoveries, like I already showed. If you jump, down air, jump again, you can make it back to the stage with no problem. You know, it's really good. I think it's a lot better than Pikachu's. Pikachu's goes a little too fast, and it's hard to, you know, make sure you land it. But I mean, you can just absolutely switch up your recoveries with this thing, man. I mean, look at that. You can go up and down real quick to make sure that, you know, people don't hit you. Like, you could just mix it up completely and entirely. It's up to you. And it's really fun to use, too. But you just got to make sure you be careful. Make sure you reach the stage because you will fall into a fall state. But, yeah, it's pretty good. And then last but not least... Or, no, never mind. I forgot. We have two more. Up B is not that great. Once again, with all the different recovery options, you probably... It doesn't matter if it's not that great. It will get you back to the stage. It's just very, you know, windy up. I guess you could say wind-uppy. And it takes a little bit to trigger. But it's not bad. It's not bad by any means. Good little up B. It definitely does have hitboxes like Link and other swordsmen. It spins up and it hits. It's probably not going to kill, really, unless you're really high up on the screen. But it's a decent recovery. Nothing crazy. It is really good at protecting yourself on the way back up. But with, like I said, all the other options that you have, it's just like, you know, it's just really a way to get back at the last second. It's not going to be anything that I think people use a lot because this mix-up with the side B is just so good. It's a good way to keep your opponent off balance. But last but not least, with his specials, you have his neutral B, which shoots 3 different elemental powers. So, Firaga, I'm sorry if I pronounced these wrong. Firaga. I don't know how to pronounce these. I'm so sorry. But if you pretty much just keep holding the B, or keep pressing the B button, he will keep shooting the fire. Until you let go for a bit, it will switch. These are just basic fireballs. They do decent damage. Like I said, this stuff feels like it's going to be a lot of spacing. I wouldn't say necessarily off stage because I feel like off stage you have better options than, you know, these specials. But this is going to be more of a spacing thing, you know, if your opponent's trying to space you out and they're far away. So you have that. You have Thundaga. Once again, sorry if I'm pronouncing this wrong. This shoots 3 lightning bolts out of the sky, kind of like Pikachu's. I got to switch to them every time. This sucks. But this could be a lot better off stage because, you know, it shoots 3 Thunderbolts. As you can see, though, he got between them, so they don't hit that great. They're exactly like Pikachu's with the same hitbox and everything. So it can be kind of hard to hit that one. I don't know if the Thunderclouds have a spike to them. I think it'd be kind of hard to try to, you know, land that right now. But Lightning Bolts. And then last but not least, another name that I cannot pronounce probably, Blizzaga. It just freezes your opponents and puts them in ice, allowing you to follow up with different moves and do damage until they pop out of the ice. Just like different, you know, every way ice works in the game. You know, with the ice climbers and stuff, it's the same exact way. It freezes them like Lucas. Doesn't send them as far as Lucas's does, of course, but these are just 3 different elemental attacks you can use to space out your opponent, you know, if they're near you. And they're okay. There's nothing like super special about them. It just seems like they're, once again, lots of reused, you know, elemental powers from different characters all put in together. So they are what they are, and they're not too bad. I think Sora's pretty okay. I don't think he's going to be, like, broken by any means. I don't think he's going to be terrible by any means. But, you know, once again, it's hard to say, you know, right away what this character is going to be like, and if this character is going to be really good, if this character is going to be really competitive. Like I said, it's just really hard to tell right now. It's still too early. But he seems very, very decent. And I'm going to play around with him a little bit and see, you know, how he fares against certain players and certain matches online, because we all know, you know, it's going to take a lot of time to practice and see how this character works and, you know, all the moves and everything this character can do. But I like him. He's okay. Who knows? Maybe I'll end up loving him as I play with him online and end up, you know, doing some crazy things. But thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching this guide. Once again, this is just a day 1 guide. There's still probably tons of combos that people are going to mention later on. But this was just an immediate guide to show you how to play Sora and how Sora works. But thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed the video today, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to stay up to date on all things Nintendo, all things Smash, all the time. Thank you guys, and I'll see you on the next one. See ya.